This is the 13th of June update, and hello. So where are we? Let's get straight to it then. So advance orders. This last week we've been mega busy sending out the Jeremy Fishers and all the Tom Kittens. So by the end of today, stroke tomorrow, all of the Tom Kittens and all of the Jeremy Fishers 50p's will have been posted. So allow, say, a week or so, and if you're abroad, allow 2 weeks. It shouldn't be that long, but allow that just in case of the odd package goes slow, gets delayed. If you're in a different country, various customs, things can be held up for up to a month. So that's the way it goes, unfortunately. So let's wait until next week's update, by which time I shall say to everybody next week, if you haven't received them by the weekend, then get in touch. But at the moment, don't get in touch if you've not received them, because they've only just all gone out. We've given extra, and I made the extra depending on what coin I had, but the extra coins were free uncirculated coins, some Talipita rabbits and so on and so forth. So I've had a lot of people email me say, you've sent me a coin I haven't asked for, but that was the free gift that we mentioned before. So no need to send it back. There was a lot of people ready to send it back, but no need to send it back. That was a free gift. I should have probably made it a little bit more clearer. But there you go. Sorry about that. So all the Jeremy Fishers, all the Tom Kittens, they have been posted. We are completely up to date, and that's fantastic. Now we're working on other stuff. So the various other bits and pieces, A to Z 10p's, we're still working on. Now this is really important, and this is a really important update with the A to Z 10p's. As you know, or as you should know, a week or two ago I said that I wanted to reduce the price of the A to Z 10p's, and in order to do that to the people that have already bought them, and because of the length of time it's taking, that we're going to give you 50% free. So that deal still stands. So anybody that paid us the full price, you will get 50% extra free. This week I have also added cheap and cheerful. So you now have 3 different types of sets that you can go for. You can go for a cheap and cheerful set, you can go for a very good condition set, or you can go for an uncirculated set. I've made the cheap and cheerful sets $19.95. I've brought the good condition sets down to $24.95, and I've made the uncirculated sets and brought them down to $29.95. Now, as I say, anybody that paid more, you will be getting 50% extra free. Obviously, anybody that buys at the new price, you won't be getting 50% extra free, you will just get the set. I've just been able to make it cheaper, and it's because it's going to take a little while. It's going to take longer to service everybody, because what we've got to find is we've got to find all 26 coins in order to, before we send them. We did start sending off part furnished sets, and I may still do that, although it's quite complicated to sort of keep a good check on that. But I will do my best to keep that up. Yes, I know that there are people all over eBay that and other such sites that are advertising the coins. Very few, if any people have got full sets, because I don't think all of them are out yet. They might be, but I don't think they all are. And also some are going to be harder to get than others, and no one knows what the mintage figures are yet. So that's got to be looked at. So you will get them, of course you'll get them. The people that have been waiting for Tom Kitten and Jeremy Fisher have been waiting months. Some people have been waiting more than 6 months. The way they did it, 8 months even, the way they did it, it's been outrageous. But now everybody's happy, everybody's supplied, everybody's satisfied, so that's good. So that's where we are on the 10p sets. So and obviously please don't email in asking can you have a specific update for you, because I can't reply to like 1,000 people or 500 people or even 300 people that email in to say, can you tell me where I am in the list and so on. We make a list. It doesn't really matter where you are in the list, to be honest. because unless you're at the top of the list and I've got that in stock, you ain't going to get it yet. So, so just hold fire. Don't worry. We've proved our mettle now. We've been doing this now for 2 years. We've proved our mettle. When we do get the coin in stock, bang, it's posted to you as fast as we can get it to you. We send it. We don't hang about. We don't keep it. We don't hold it back. We don't think, oh, we won't send it because we might get more money for it. No, we can't sell it to someone else because you've already bought it. So, you know, that's the way it works. We work a straight ship. So that's covered the Beatrix Potter. Oh no, we're not fully covered the Beatrix Potter. Then you've got the 2018 ones where you got the Peter Rabbit, the Flopsy Bunny, the Mrs Tittlemouse, and the Tailor of Gloucester. Not a chance yet. They are out in silver proofs and so on, and bunces and all the rest of it. Something about the bunce I've got to tell you in a minute. But they are not out, to borrow a phrase from the comedian. So there's no point asking me about them. I don't know how long it's going to be, but they're not ready yet. Paddington, well, Paddington, that was a bit of a fuff up by the old Royal Mint. Some Paddingtons got mixed in and put in circulation when they shouldn't have been. Paddington bunts, packaged coins have been on sale in post offices in London and Manchester and places like that when they shouldn't have been. That's the people in the retail arm of Royal Mint not doing what they're supposed to be doing at the time they're supposed to be doing it, and they've messed this right up. And so there's all sorts of silly reports going on. Somebody had a coin for £15,000, and who's going to buy that? Who's going to pay that much money just to be the first person to have it? I mean, it's silly. But needless to say, if there's one, well, there must be two. Are we to believe that only one single solitary 50p Paddington coin ended up in circulation, and that just single one coin happened to be found by a student? I don't think so. Don't believe that for a second. Obviously something went wrong. They made a batch of coins, and instead of probably putting them into proof sets and bunts packets, they've not thinking, they've whooshed and off they've gone, and they've ended up in the in the bags that go to the bulk coin centres and end up in post offices and one thing and another. So I would imagine that there's probably a few out there. We haven't seen any, and we go through thousands and thousands, as you know, but we haven't seen any. So as far as Paddington goes, no hassles for Paddington. Buy it on advance order, and again, I've made it cheap and cheerful, and I've also added you can get a bag. You can order a bag of 20 uncirculated for £29.95, I think it is. And here's the thing. When they come out, a bit like now with the Jeremy Fishers and the Tom Kittens, you get the full bags and the mint sealed bags, but they tend to mix other coins in. So you'll get a bag of Jeremy Fishers, for example, and it'll have 4, 5, 6 Tailor Peter Rabbits in there, maybe one Ben Bunny, maybe a Tom Kitten, maybe a Peter Rabbit from 2016 even. So you're not getting a full bag. So what I do is I'll open the bag, and I will make sure that you get 20 of the exact coin. So if you want 20 Paddington Bear on a suitcase, you'll get 20 Paddington Bear on a suitcase. And if you want 20 Paddington Bear outside Buckingham Palace, you'll get 20 Paddington Bear outside Buckingham Palace. You won't get any mixtures. Unless you specifically want me to keep the bag sealed. If you want me to keep the bag sealed, you'll have to email in and say, make a note on my order, Ian, I want the bag to be sealed, and I don't mind if it's got a couple of other coins mixed in with it. I just want it sealed. But and I'm happy to do that, absolutely no problem at all. But obviously, once you've opened the bag, you can't then come back to me and say, "Oi, Ian, 4 of the coins in here weren't." You can't do that. You know, I'm happy to make sure you get absolutely the full lot of uncirculated, no problem at all. And but if you want it sealed, you have to say. I've now put all of the RAFs into one big listing. Oops, daisies, that was the wind. So I've put all the RAFs into one big listing. So you can now get, if you go to the advance orders, www.tinyurl.com/advance orders, you will see that you haven't got 5 different listings for the RAF, you've only got one listing now, and the picture is of the lightning, the main picture, and then next to the picture it says lightning, and that's what you click on. And you click on that bit and it opens up a big drop down box like that, and you can then make your choice. So you've got lightning, cheap and cheerful, lightning uncirculated, lightning very good condition, lightning bag of 10 coins. You've got Vulcan, cheap and cheerful, good condition, uncirculated, bag of 10 coins. Seeking helicopter, the same, and the Spitfire the same, and Centenary the same. So all 5 coins are all in the one listing, make it easier. So all you've got to do is just click on the one you want, add to basket, click on the one you want, add to basket. And the cheap and cheerfuls, make sure you read the listing, because I've explained it in the listing. You know, the people that buy the uncirculated will get them first. If we get the uncirculated bags, they get the best of the bags. Then the very good conditions, which will obviously be not as good as the uncirculated perhaps, or you've got to wait for them to come out of circulated change that we find in the change. And cheap and cheerful is the same. You could be lucky. I mean, you know, I've given cheap and cheerful coins that are spanking, but what you're buying is not good condition when you buy cheap and cheerful off me. I'm guaranteeing to send you something that's not good condition. If I send you something that's fantastic condition, well, you're over the moon. But what you're buying is you're buying something that is not good condition. So, quick word about. So that's the Paddington's covered, the RAF's covered. Captain Cook is now coming out, and there's supposed to be a coin for 2018, 19 and 20. Starts off with the Endeavour ship. I've made a listing for that one in the advanced orders, and you can buy that. You can also order it in cheap and cheerful. You can also order a bag of 10 coins for 49 quid, and even if they're rare, you will get them. So, and you know that by now. Okay, moving on to some breaking news. Massive breaking news is that, did you know that a Bunce packaged coin, there are no mintage figures for, it is unlimited. So all this talk that there's been recently about places like Westminster Collection and Change Checker, who ran out of puddle duck a year ago, and suddenly they've got a load new puddle duck in. Well, they've got them in because they're allowed to keep reminting them. When it's a coin that goes into circulation, they have to give a figure for the amount that goes into circulation. When it's a silver proof or a gold proof, you have to have an exact figure of how many have been made. But when it comes to a Bunce, there's no figure. There is never a maximum. There is never a figure given. There's never a mintage figure given, and it is totally unlimited, allowed to be by law. Apparently, this is the information I found out for you. And that means that at any point they can go back and remint more, they can make more, and they can backdate them. So if they want to backdate them to 2016 and make a load more puddle ducks, they can. And that is like, how wrong is that? How bloody wrong is that? Because obviously that means that if they wanted to, they could go back, they could remint now in 2018 2009 Kew Gardens, they could make another 200,000 of them and sell them as Bunce coins. It's not right, is it? I don't think that's right. And most collectors that I know, if they made a 2000, let's take Puddle Duck, right, because there's talk that they have reminted that. I don't know if they have, but the talk is that they've reminted it, and so Westminster have got in new stock, right? So if that's allowed, and they've done that, as a collector, I would want one that's just been made, as well as one that was made in 2016. I'd want one that was made in 2018, even if it has got a 16 stamp on it. But I'd want to know it was made in 18, and I'd want to know that one was made in 16. There are people like that, you know, a bit of OCD, like me, that if they've made a different one, I would want a different one. How can you tell? You can't tell. Another thing, before I go, yes, free your money, your voucher for this email is, let's see, I'm going to give you £3.75, and you've got to spend £3.76. How's that? £3.75, you've got to put in £3.76, and capital letters, jumper. Let's use that, jumper, capital letters. Right. For the next one, has anybody got any questions? I like to give you information, but questions, send an email, put in the subject line, question for Ian, ask me any question you like, and I will start answering them every week. All right? Thanks very much for sticking with us, and